Now, there's been a lot of talk in the UK about inflation and rising food prices, and quite understandably people have been concerned about that. I'm back here in Northern California, in the Silicon Valley area, San Francisco Bay, and I am really astonished at the prices here. And right now I'm going to do a comparison. So I'm going to walk around this Safeway store and I'm going to get the prices of some fairly regular routine shopping items. And then when back in the UK, I'm going to do the very same, and we can work out just how expensive it is here in California compared to the United Kingdom. I think you'll be as astonished as I am. Now, I think it's important to also state that the minimum wage here in California is $15 an hour. The minimum wage in the UK is £9.50. And that all the prices here in the US, in California, there's a sales tax, and that's around 8.5%. So the prices that you see in the supermarkets, you need to add that on. Okay, let's start with something really common, something we all buy, pretty much all of us, is bread. There we go, $5.99 for some whole grain bread here. Other options here, $5.99. Looks as though you can get it cheaper if you have some sort of membership for the store. But there we go, so essentially $6 for a loaf of bread. Ovis wholemeal bread, £1.20. And now butter. There we go, Kerrygold, pure Irish butter, fairly standard butter, $5.99. Lurpak butter, £2.50. Here we go, something that we get in the UK. I can't believe it's not butter, $4.99. I can't believe it's not butter, £1.25. So 3.78 litres of milk. This is fat free, so I guess that's the equivalent of skimmed, and that's $5.59. 3.4 litres of milk, £2.19. So we've got free range eggs here, 12 of them, $7.99. 12 free range eggs, £2.05. Cornflakes, that's 510 grams, $6.99. 500 grams of cornflakes, $1.99. So a pack of 12 Charmin toilet rolls, $18.99. 24 rolls of Andrex toilet paper, £11.25. Here's some Dove shower gel, 400 millilitres, $7.79. 400 millilitres of Dove shower gel is $1.80. Colgate toothpaste, $5.99. Colgate whitening, £4. So here we've got some Axe body spray. I think this is for men. I think this is the same as Lynx that we get in Europe, and that is £8.49. Lynx deodorant sprays, they're all £3. Okay, so don't go getting a headache here, because Advil, that's Ibuprofen, 50 capsules, $10.99. There's some fairly generic looking ibuprofen here as well, 80 of them, and that's also $10.99. 16 ibuprofen tablets, 39p. Now this is an important one here, Heineken, something I really like. Pack of 12 bottles here, $19.49. $19.49. 12 bottles of Heineken, £12.50. So since I've returned from the USA, thanks to some fairly controversial decisions by the UK government in terms of finance, the pound isn't doing terribly well against the dollar right now. In fact, it's at time of filming, a pound is worth about $1.08. It's pretty low, pretty much achieving parity now. That makes it easier for our calculations. We can effectively, give or take a small amount, just exchange the pound sign for the dollar sign and we get a fairly accurate representation. That doesn't, of course, take into account the 8% sales tax that you do have on the products you buy in California. So you will need to factor that into any calculations. Some of the quantities are a bit different. For example, with certain medication, there are limits to the quantities that can be bought at any given time. So our packs of things like ibuprofen tend to be smaller. You really can't buy hundreds of them in one hit, and that's due to legislation. I don't know whether that was EU or UK or what, but it's there for all the right reasons anyway. I've tried to get as close in terms of the products as possible. Some brands aren't available here, some brands have different names here, but ultimately you'll need to apply a multiplier on it if the quantity is different for calculations. So in summary, if you were to buy everything on this list in the San Francisco Bay Area, you'd be paying in total $118.50, and that includes the sales tax. Now fly across the Atlantic to the southeast of England and you'd pay £44 for the very same things. I say very same things, you might end up with a few more toilet rolls, but then you'd also end up with a few less ibuprofen tablets. But how many does a man need? I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's a bit of a random one for my channel because it's got nothing to do with cars, planes or anything with engines, wings or wheels, but on my last visit to California, I was so stunned at how expensive things had become. I just felt compelled to make this video. And I know a lot of people here complain about how expensive things have got, but just looking at the prices across the pond, it really brings it into perspective. Thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you and goodbye.